Hello everyone and welcome to IP Study Lecture video. Today I'm going to take chapter number 14 of grade 8 and the name of the chapter is line graphs. So let's discuss the topics that we are going to cover in this lecture. First of all, we will discuss about coordinate axes, what are different quadrants that are made by these coordinate axes. Then we will discuss about how to plot points on these quadrants and coordinate axes. Thereafter, we will discuss about graphs, line graphs, linear graphs, and how to make this graph, how to plot these graphs. Thereafter, we will try to interpret some line graphs as well. So without wasting our time, let's start the lecture. So let's discuss first about the coordinate axis. So suppose you have taken a graph paper like this and I ask you to divide this graph paper equally into 4 parts by drawing 2 lines in such a way that these 2 lines are just perpendicular to each other and intersect each other at a common point, right? Let's say the name of this axis, the horizontal axis, is XOX dash, and the name of the vertical line, this vertical axis, is YOY dash, right? Now the point at which these 2 lines intersect each other, we call this point as origin. All the positive real numbers are written on the right hand side of this origin on the horizontal line, and all the negative real numbers are written on the left hand side from this origin on the horizontal line. In the same way, when we are talking about the y-axis, all the positive numbers, all the positive real numbers are written in the upward direction on this axis, and all the negative real numbers are written from the origin in the downward direction, this axis, right? One more thing is there. When we are drawing these 2 lines, this XOX dash and YOY dash, we are getting 4 regions, right? This one, this one, this one, and this one, right? So these regions are called quadrant. We name them quadrant. So whenever 2 axes intersect each other at origin, we got 4 quadrant over here. This one is first quadrant, this one is second one, this one is third one, and this one is fourth one. So we will discuss it later in this chapter only. Now, for the time being, let's discuss about what are ordered pair. So whenever you're trying to plot numbers on a graph paper, at that moment, you are supposed to define number for the x-axis separately and for y-axis separately. And when you're going to write them together, we write them like this in a pair. So always write the first number which is written on the x-axis representing x coordinate, and the second one which is representing the y coordinate. This x coordinate is also called abscissa, and this y coordinate is also called ordinate. And this one which is representing the position of a particular point on a graph paper, let's say P, we called it as an ordered pair. This is called an ordered pair. So student, I hope you have understood what are coordinate axes like x-axis, y-axis, x-dash axis, y-dash axis, where we have to plot real numbers, real negative numbers, and positive numbers for x and y-axis. Then we have discussed about when these 2 axes intersect each other at a common point, we call that origin, and these 2 lines divide the plane into 4 equal parts, and these 4 equal parts are called quadrant, representing different quadrants, right? So whenever 2 lines intersect each other, we got 4 quadrants. Next, whenever we are, discussing about a point on a graph paper, then we have to define its x-axis as well as y-axis coordinates. X-axis coordinate is called abscissa and y-axis coordinate is called ordinate. And the order in which they are written for a particular point is called ordered pair. So I hope you have understood this. Now let's see how to plot points on a graph paper, right? So in order to understand this, let me tell you one thing. We have to learn one thing. So what are the points that will lie in the first quadrant? So whenever you are writing an ordered pair and the x coordinate and the y coordinate both are positive, it means that point lies in the first quadrant. Here all the points are positive. Nothing is negative in this quadrant. Just opposite to it, we have all the points negative, right? Here both x-axis coordinate and the y-axis coordinate both are negative, just opposite of it. Now let's talk about the second quadrant. Here, in this case, as you can see here, we are getting a negative x-axis. It means the first number will be negative, and we're getting a positive y-axis for this particular quadrant. So here the x-coordinate will be negative and the y-coordinate will be positive, and these types of number will fall in the second quadrant. Now let's discuss about the fourth quadrant. Here this quadrant is made by two axes, that is positive x-axis and the negative y-axis. It means the first coordinate will be always positive and the second one will be always negative. So it means that if you have this type of ordered pair, then this will fall in this fourth quadrant. Student, this is very, very important. You should remember it. Okay. Now, let's take an example in order to understand this concept more clearly. Here, what we have to do, we have to plot the following points on a graph paper. The first point is 3 and 6. So, since both the numbers are positive, what does it mean? It means that it will come in the first quadrant that we have just discussed, right? So, let's see here. We have drawn x-axis and y-axis over here on a graph paper, and we have written number, all positive number here, all negative number here, positive number in the upward direction for y-axis and negative number in the downward direction for this y-axis. Origin is here. Now the first point is we have to locate, we have to plot 0.36. It means 3 for the x-axis and y coordinate for the, 6 for the y coordinate. So here we have to locate where is 0.3. So 3 is here. And where is 0.6? 0.6 is here. So 3 is here, 6 is here, right? So say this is point A, where the first coordinate is x-axis and the second one is y-axis coordinate. So the point A will fall here on this graph paper, right? Now let's take another example. Another example is -1 and 5. So here, what we have to do, first of all, we have to check there is -1 on the x-axis. So -1 is here. And where is 5 on the y-axis? 5 is here. So the point corresponding to x-axis and the y-axis is here. So this point, this particular point is representing point B, where -1 is representing the x-coordinate and 5 is representing the y-coordinate. Similarly, if you take another example, let's say this one, -2 and -4, this will fall in the third quadrant, right? Because both the numbers, both the coordinates are negative. So for this, these two numbers will obviously lie in the third quadrant as we have discussed previously. So here, what is the coordinate? -2 and -4, right? So here, let's plot it. So where is -2? -2 is over here. And where is -4? -4 is over here. So if you plot this point, this point C, represent x-axis and the y-axis like this here, right? Now let's take the last one. Here what we have to plot? We have to plot 3 and -1. Obviously, since first coordinate is positive and the second one is negative, it falls in the fourth quadrant that we have just discussed, right? So let's plot this point. The point is 3, -3. So where is +3? Over here. Where is -3? -3 is over here. So point D here. This is point D and it is 3, -3, where 3 is the x coordinate and -3 is the y coordinate. So I hope you have understood this example, which is telling you how to plot points on a graph paper, right? And what are these? These are called ordered pair, right? We have discussed different quadrant and what kind of ordered pair each quadrant have. Now let's move on to the next topic and see what is there. The next topic is line graphs and its application. This is very important, student. So let's discuss about this. So what is a line graph? A line graph is a typical chart used to display data that changes over time. It keeps on changing over time. This is very important. So particularly for this reason, we are dealing with the line graphs. So it usually it uses points connected by lines to show how data value changes, right? So you will plot the points and you will see it will show you how the data is varying or the data is continuously changing with the time. So here there is one more thing, the difference between linear graph and line graph. So as the name is indicating, linear graph always shows a straight line representing a linear relationship between the variables for which you have plotted the graph. And when you're talking about a line graph show any shape. It can be straight line, it can be curve, or it can be a zigzag line too, right? So linear graphs are indeed a special or specific type of line graphs. All linear graphs are line graphs, but not all line graphs are linear. This is important point. Okay, so this is all about linear and line graphs. Now, where you will find line graphs in your daily life, in your daily routine. So we can see, in order to plot the relation between speed and time for a particular vehicle, we use line graphs. If you want to plot graph for simple interest and the time for which the simple interest is paid or taken, for that also we are using line graph. For time and distance relationship also we are using line graph, and for population growth over time, for that case also we are using line graph. So these are some of the examples that you can find line graph important and useful. Okay, so now let's see how to plot graphs. How to plot graphs for a given equation. So let's take example number 3 over here. So what is there in this question? It is saying, draw the graph of the equation y is equals to 3x, right? What is my equation? My equation is y is equals to 3x. So for this equation, I have to plot a graph, right? And find the value of y. So when we have to find the value of y, it is given at this interval, right? So first what we will do, using this equation, we will draw a line graph. We will plot a line graph, right? How we are going to do that? You have to draw a table like this. Okay, now let's take x over here, and we know that what is y? Y is equals to 3 times of x. We know that it is given to us. So initially start with the point x equals to 0. So if you put 0 in this equation, y is equals to 3x. You have this equation. If you put the value of x equals to 0, what is your y? Your y will be 0. So for every value of x is equals to 0, we will have y is equals to 0. So this is my first point, or this is my first ordered pair. Okay, this is my first ordered pair. Now next thing is, again in this equation, put x equals to 1. If I put y is equals to 3 into 1, in place of x I am putting 1 over here. So what is the value of y? Y is equals to 3. So for x equals to 1, we are having y is equals to 3. So this is my another ordered pair. Let me write it for you separately. Right? Now let's take another example. Let's say if I'm putting x equals to 2, what will happen to y? So y will be 6. So for every value of x equals to 2, I am getting y equals to 6. This is my third order pair. In the same way, if I put x equals to 3, what will be the value of y? Y will be equals to 9. In the same way, if I put x equals to 4, then the value of y will be equals to 12. So always remember, when you are trying to plot the line graph and you are finding out ordered pair, try to find at least 3 ordered pair. Okay, so here we how many points, how many ordered pair we have calculated? We have calculated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ordered pair we have calculated in order to plot the line graph for this condition. So now, since we have these ordered pair, now let's start plotting these. Okay, so at point 0, what we have? 0. So the point will be here at the origin. Let me use another pen for this. So 0, 0 is over here. Next point is at 2, we have y is equals to 6. So at 2, we have y is equals to 6. So we will be here, representing the another ordered pair. The third one is 3 and 9. So 3 will be here and 9 will be here. So this is representing 3 and 9. Next is 4 and 12. So again, the 4 is here, and if you go over here, you will get 4 and 12 over here, right? So if you draw a line which is passing through these 2 points, you will find that you will get a straight line. You will get a straight line over here, right? So this is the line graph for this equation y is equals to 3x. So student, this is how you can plot a line graph using ordered pair, depending upon the condition given to you. Next part of this question is we have to find out the value of y. We have to calculate the value of y for x equals to 3.5. So for this case, what you will do, we know that we have this equation. So we have to find out the value of y when x equals to 3.5. Simply put the value of x over here, 3.5. When you do so, what you will get y is equals to 10.5. So this is the value of y when you put x is equals to 3.5. So I hope this example is clear to you. This example tell you how to plot a line graph on a graph paper by finding ordered pair depending upon the equation or condition given to you. So what we have done over here, depending upon the condition, that is y is equals to 3x, we have assumed or we have taken the value of x from 0 to different numbers. So we have started with 0. We saw that when value of x is 0, we got y is equals to 0. When x is equals to 2, we got y is equals to 6. For x is equals to 3, we got y is equals to 9. Right? For x is equals to 4, we got y is equals to 12, like this. And then what we have done, we have plotted these ordered pair on the graph paper, and when we connected these points, we get a straight line, a line graph. So I hope this is understood to you. Now let's move on to the next topic. The next topic is how to interpret a given line graph. Right? So for that, in order to understand that thing, let's take an example over here. Let's take example number 6. So what is given over here? It is saying observe the following graph. So if you look at this graph, you can see that it is something time and distance, right? So we are, considering a vehicle and we are finding its distance and time, and we are trying to find out the relation between these two variables. So we can see from the graph itself, initially the distance is increasing with the time, and then it is becoming constant for this particular period of time, then it is falling, right? Then again, after a certain period of time, it is again become constant, right? So on the analysis of this graph, let's answer some questions over here. So the first question is, what is the speed of the object? What is the speed of the object in 10th minute? So let's see, where is the 10th minute? The 10th minute is over here. If you consider this portion, we know that the distance is constant over here. Since the distance is constant over here, the speed will be equals to 0 because there is no change in the distance. It is not moving, it means. So since it is not moving, it is not gaining any speed. Hence, the speed is 0 for this case, right? The next is, when is the speed of the object 0? The speed of the object is 0 for this particular interval of time. So what is the time? Let's plot it and let's check. For this interval, this is 7.5 and this is 20. So it means from 7.5 to 20 minutes, right? The speed of this vehicle is 0. So this is the answer for the second question. Now let's see the third one. Calculate the speed of the object during 0 to 5 minutes. So where is 0 to 5 minutes? Let's see. Let me take another pen for this. So here's 0 and 5, right? This one. For this particular interval, we have to check what is the speed. So here we know that speed is equals to distance upon time, total distance upon total time. So what is the total time over here? Since we are calculating this speed for this particular interval of time, so the time is over here 5 minutes. We can write it over here. Now we have to check what is the distance covered during this 5 minutes. So here this is 10 at 0 minutes per meter per minute, right? kilometer per minute. And at this point, it is 30, right? For 5 minutes. The distance covered is 30. So if you calculate the total distance, what you have to do? You have to subtract 10 from 30. So this will be 20 kilometer upon 5 minutes. If you calculate it, you will get 4 kilometer per minute. So what is the speed for 0 to 5 minutes interval? It is 4 kilometer per minute. So I hope you have understood this question. You have understood how we have interpreted this bar graph, interpreted this line graph for this particular question. So dear student, what we have discussed in this chapter, we have discussed about the coordinate axis. We have discussed about how to plot points on a graph paper. We have discussed about the quadrants that we got when the two coordinate axes intersect each other at origin. Then we saw what is a line graph and how it is different from linear graphs, what is the relation between the two, and the real life scenario where we are using line graphs, right? Next, we have learned how to plot line graphs on a graph paper using ordered pair and how to calculate ordered pair for the given condition. Next, we have just discussed how to interpret the linear graph for any condition, right? So this is all about this video. We will soon meet you in the next video. Till then, take good care of yourself, keep smiling, keep learning, keep practicing.